episode of Creative Writing Advice with me, JJ Barnes. If you don't know me, I'm JJ. I am the author of How to Write a Story, which is out now, and I take you from the beginning of your story through the middle to the end. I cover everything in between: characterization, story structure, all sorts of tips and tricks you can use to get your story told. And yeah, I'm hoping that this book and the work I'm doing over here on YouTube will help you and inspire you and give you the confidence to get your story out into the world. So today I'm going to be talking to you about why you should take risks with your story. Now, I'm going to be referencing the new Marvel TV show, WandaVision. And if you're a subscriber to this channel and follow me on social media or anything, you'll know that I actually podcast WandaVision. And I found it very inspirational and very exciting. And it has inspired this video because WandaVision, it goes in brave. They have taken a massive risk. And I think that is something we can all learn from and should be inspired by. So when you take a risk in anything, you are risking a cataclysmic failure. You are. Anything you do, if it's a big swing, you can miss, and you can miss hard, right? And that's true of not just storytelling, that's true of life in general. But if you get it right, and if you hit with a risky thing, you're going to hit so much harder than if you play it safe. So, WandaVision. If you haven't seen it, I'm not going to do spoilers or anything, but I'll just do a quick sort of basic summary. WandaVision follows Wanda, who is Scarlet Witch in the Marvel stories, and Vision, who is Vision, played by Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany. And it starts right in the 1950s. It's in black and white. It has canned laughter. It's shot very much like Bewitched. She's the housewife witch. She's trying to pretend that she's normal, and he's trying to fit in the workplace and impress his boss. And it's goofy as hell. It's goofy as hell. And when it started, because I'm a sucker for that era of television anyway, I loved it. I was sold. But it was a risk, and you could tell it was a risk because there was no explanation. It just goes in with this style. There is no explanation for what's going on. There's no telling you whether the whole series is going to be like this. When it is set in terms of like their relationship, is it pre-events in Infinity War, post? Is it made up? Is it a dream? You don't know. And that is a bold move. And I really admire it because it makes, when the show goes on and you start learning and you start seeing a bit more and starting to really see this world that you're watching be explained, or at least start to be explained. So I'm not going to give spoilers because if you've not seen it, you really should. And then you should listen to our podcast. It makes what you see later so much more satisfying than if they'd gone in with standard Marvel. And the thing is, standard Marvel is incredibly successful. Like I'm not in any way slating everything else that they've done. Like, this is the most successful movie and story franchise in existence. And they took this massive risk by not giving the audience A, what they expected, or B, what they wanted. And that meant that the response when it first began was really, really mixed. And as I say, I have a special place in my heart for that style of story anyway, so I was just willing to go with it. I was like, this is fine. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why it's shot like this. I don't understand what is happening, but I'm having a good time, so I'm in. But other people, if they weren't in for that, if they don't have a particular place in their heart for that style of story and just wanted Wanda and Vision fighting monsters and doing the Marvel thing, they were disappointed. And I understand why, because they didn't deliver the thing you expected to be delivered. So you get a mixed response. You get the people like me who loved it anyway, you get the people who hated it, and then you get the people like Jonathan who were like, something's going on, I'm excited to see what it is, I don't get it, but I want to see what happens. And yeah, that's the thing. If you take a big risk, you're going to have people who hate it. But you are going to have people who love it so much more than if you'd played it safe. And playing it safe, you can put out a nice story. You can do something simple, what's expected of you. And yeah, you'll probably have a few people who are happy with it and, you know, a generally good response. But the thing is, a generally good response and people who like it, that isn't changing lives. That isn't reaching people and touching people and exciting people. We've taken a massive risk. So obviously, if you've followed this channel, we're making a movie at the minute. Well, we're in post-production on a film that we haven't actually managed to finish shooting because lockdown came and the coronavirus kind of took over the world, but we filmed like 90% of it. We took a really, really big risk because this is our first independent production. Now, the expected thing for first independent production is a short. And if you're a filmmaker or a storyteller, you'll know this, that the first thing you're meant to do is a short, like a 5-minute mini thing where you learn the craft. We went in with a feature. It's a really big risk. I'm kind of crazy, really, when you think about it, because we're making an hour-and-a-half long film. And it's goofy, and it's low budget, and it's a risk, but we love it. And our hope is the same with WandaVision. Some people are going to hate our movie because it's this funny little horror movie with just so much character and so much personality and so much love poured into it by both us as the creators and the performers who were in it, that some people are not going to get it at all because it's a unique little thing. But the people who love it, I genuinely believe that they are going to love it. And the thing is, what we've done is risked serious negativity. We have risked people hating it because it's not a big, high-budget, flashy movie. It's not. It's something different and something special, and therefore some people will hate it. But we've taken that risk, and I'm really proud of us, and I'm glad that we have. Because I think risks are worth it. So my advice in this video is you don't have to play it safe. You don't have to do what's expected of you. You don't have to just write the thing that people expect you to write or create the thing that people expect you to create. Because you're not surprising anyone. You're not throwing your soul into it. You're doing what other people expect rather than something for you. And yeah, playing it safe is fine. And if you want to, fine. But you can risk it. You can push boundaries and experiment and be just this weird, free, creative ball of passion and energy that puts something into the world that not everyone will love. And accepting that. I'm just doing it anyway. Because you can't please everybody. That's the thing. And I spoke to someone on Twitter recently who wanted to give up writing because somebody had hated her script. And she was like, oh, I'm terrible. Obviously, I can't do it. And I'm like, no. Find your audience. WandaVision has got people who are just not going to love it. They're not. They're like, no, this to the beginning, it's all put me off. Don't love it. But then it's going to have the audience who love it so much more because of its risk. And finding your audience who will love you so purely and truly because of the risky choice you made, you'll have their loyalty and you'll have them just loving your story so much more because of the risk you took. And that's what I'm hoping to do. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm okay with not everyone loving my story. And I'm hopeful for the people who will. And I truly believe that if you can do it, if you can take that risk and really put your creative freedom and energy into your project and take that risk, then you will find your audience who love it as much as you do. And just, it's okay if people don't. Just ignore them. That's fine. They're welcome to their opinion. They can go watch something else, read something else, admire something else. That's fine. But you'll have the people who do love it, and they will love your stories, and they will love what you have done. And that would mean so much more than if you just did what was expected, didn't push it, didn't risk, didn't pour your own soul into it, because you didn't want to risk someone not liking it. So that is my advice this video. Take a risk, accept that not everyone will like what you do, but welcome those who love it and share with them. Thank you very much for watching another one of my videos. If you subscribe to this channel, I put out a video every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 9:30 in the morning. You can also go to my website, which is jjbarnes.co.uk. Over there you'll find links to the film Hollowhead that I was just talking about, all the behind the scenes stuff and the soundtrack stuff that we're releasing, and also my books and all the other stuff that I'm working on. And what else? Oh, if you comment below, what do you think about taking a risk? What is a story you love that some people absolutely hate, and that's fine because you love it? There's so many things like that. Buffy the Vampire Slayer has this army of absolutely loyal, devoted fans who obsess over it. And then it's got people who just think it's stupid. But that's fine. You love it because it's a risk and it's fabulous. Or you hate it because it's a risk and it didn't work for you. And that's life. But don't let it stifle your creativity. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll be back again soon. Bye.